CentralReach is electronic medical records, so an EMR, for therapists who work with kids on the autism spectrum. We have 4,000 customers. Those organizations employ 200,000 people, so the number of children with autism that our customers serve is right around 350,000.
Our approach to AI now is to essentially use it as a co-pilot of sorts, to be a tireless assistant to help you with a lot of the administrative burden that most of the healthcare industry ends up having to deal with, where you're taking data from one form and you're keying it back into another, and then you're compiling reports and things like that. We always say, like, we're not trying to replace our clinicians or the people that are providing services, because right now there's a massive capacity gap in those that need services and those that are providing services, right?
You have to have this board-certified behavior analyst as part of a case for your child to get insurance reimbursement. They're allowed to carry a caseload of 16, according to the industry standards board. But in general, what we see is that they can only carry a caseload of about 6 to 8 children. There's 2 million children that have been diagnosed to have ASD, and there's 70,000 therapists. You need almost 240,000 therapists to treat the 2 million children. And you've got a lot of this paperwork stuff that's going on, and our system handles a lot of it.
There's a lot of data. Right, and there's a lot of facets in that data to kind of pull out, and depending on the use case or the job that you're looking to solve or the audit you're trying to do, you need different pieces of data, and it's not always co-located where you want it. I have history in using Mongo at a previous company. I was like, well, let's go try the document model. I hadn't used it for a while. And we came back to it, and what I really appreciated about it was that we could essentially iterate as we went with the data model, as we learned new things. We can just easily add versions of these different structures in the Mongo documents that enrich the document over time for better and more capabilities.
I think of it as foundational AI solution. The 4 kind of foundations are Schedule AI. Scheduling is like a table pounding issue for our customers because of the turnover, because of the fact that there's not enough capacity. The second product called NoteGuard. When you submit a claim or when you document through a note, like what happened in our session, it's hard to get that exactly right for the actual payer. United Healthcare wants it a certain way. TRICARE wants it a different way. We're creating auditing tools that allow them to catch all the stuff that falls through the cracks, that gets them denied the first time that they submit a claim. Claim check is around doing the same thing we're doing for notes, but doing it for the claim. So after you provide services, I have to hit the button and send your information to United Healthcare to tell them how much they should write the check for. And then the last one is the one that we're working with Mongo, and the MAP network is one of the most impactful and probably one of the hardest, which is on the clinical side, what we call Care 360.
Care 360 is about a few things. It's about trying to bubble up all of this pertinent clinical information to the people that need it, right? Just almost as a better search of all of this clinical data, again, because we're capturing so much, over 35 hours a week for 6 months, for 400,000 learners. There's a lot of data that gets collected. And so Mongo, with this flexible document model, allows us just to continually enrich this information that we know about these various learners and the staff as well. As long as you structure and enrich and sort of organize your data properly, you can get pretty good results of the LLM, giving you a much better search to go find those little needles in the haystack. I saw a great thing, I heard something, AI doesn't just find needles in the haystack, it burns the haystack down, right? And so we have an enterprise relationship with OpenAI and a BAA, so we've been using their models essentially for most of these things, although we're testing out a whole bunch of different models all the time, because I think the future is probably multi-model, right? You're not going to just be stuck on one. You're going to use the best models for the job. Right now, we're focused 100% on accuracy and quality of output.
Because we have our CR Institute, because we have an entire team that creates curriculum and training documents for the field, we can actually feed that into our solution so that it understands when it looks at a report or a note what that term means in the context of our healthcare industry. That's huge because that helps to minimize the hallucinations. Last thing, which is the most important, is the people. They know the space. They've written the books in a lot of cases about how to do this. But the most important piece is that they care.
Yeah.
They came to CentralReach because they thought they could make a difference for kids with autism at scale. And they got involved in this AI solution to make sure that the output would be something that they as a clinician would be proud of.